and distinguished guests. My name is Yan Li, and we are Group 7. In this project, we choose the additional option and make a very practical presentation. Please allow me to introduce my teammate first. They are 建省、安琪徐、宁波、艺文网 and Dong Yun. Before the presentation, I would like to ask you one question. How many of you would like to be an accounting professional and find a job here? Please raise your hands. Great. Today we are here to give this presentation and share with you this information about CPA exam and usage of Excel, which can help you comply with professional standards and take your career to the next level. Everything we do is done to prepare you, equip you, and empower you. Now, let's begin our first part, CPA in Texas.
Thank you, Ashley. For the CPA part, we'll talk about the qualifications and application process in Texas first, and then we will talk about the requirements for other states later. So let's start from the Texas. For education requirements in Texas, we need to have a bachelor's degree, complete 30 hours of approved upper level accounting courses credit, 24 hours of business credit, including 2 hours in accounting communication. And the good news is we're already here. And also the 3 hours of approved accounting ethics credit. So after we have known about the requirements of education, how can we be sure about how many courses we need to take to meet the requirement? So let's talk about the application of intent. We highly recommend you to do the application of intent as soon as possible, especially for the international students. The verification of the courses you took in a foreign country is kind of tricky, so please do it as quick as possible. And together with the application form, we need to prepare more materials for the application. And among the materials, 2 things should be noticed. The first one is for your ID. In Texas, SSN is not required. And the second one is if you are not a U.S. citizen and you have been in the U.S. less than 2 years, then you will need to prepare an official police report from your home country. And after the process of your application, the board will notify you about how many courses you need to take to meet the requirements, and you can prepare your study according to the letter. Well, compared to the other states, the license requirement is quite easy in Texas. Basically, you just need 1 year of accounting work experience under a supervisor who is already a licensed CPA. And the working experience should be full-time and non-routine. Well, I know some of the students, just like me, whose undergraduate major is not accounting. So to meet the education requirements in Texas, we may have to take the exam almost upon graduation. And more than 1 people have suggested me, why don't you take the exam in other states and transfer the credit back to Texas? Now let's see the requirements for transferring credit to see if it is really a possible way. There are 3 requirements. The first one and the second one are about your exam credit should be earned from the AICPA, and the credit is active in the other state. This 2 looks good, but the third requirement is you can transfer your exam credit to Texas only if you have met the education requirement in Texas when you sit the exam in the other states, or you only have to got the license in the other state and transfer the license to Texas. This requirement makes the transfer almost meaningless. Also, we have a real example in our group. I remember Dong, he's already a CPA, and he took his exams in the state of Miami, got his license in Washington, and finally transferred his license to his destination, Texas. He told us that experience is very challenging and the time and the money consuming to do the transfer. So we really don't recommend you to do that. Well, if you have made your mind to take the exam in Texas and want to do it sooner, maybe taking some courses in a community college is a choice. There are 4 community colleges in Texas, and the first one, Mountain View Community College, is in Dallas District. But please notice that not all the courses provided by the community college are approved by the board, and you must take the required courses for your master's degree in the UT Dallas. So we have got a course list from the board, but because of time issue, we didn't put it on the presentation. So if you are interested in, you can come to me after the presentation. We also understand that maybe Texas is not your only choice. So for next, our group member Angie and Pingguo will give you more information about other states to help you make your decision. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. I will introduce another 8 states for you to choose. First, let's look at the requirements for the exam first. Generally, bachelor's degree or above, accounting and business-related courses are required. And I have listed specific requirements and points, but due to limited presentation time, I will only talk about most noteworthy ones. In California, 110 hours are not required. The same in the Arizona. But in Arizona, 12 hours are required in intermediate and sales accounting. So to get eligible recognition, especially for international students, the best way is to contact and mail your transcript to the State Board of Accounting. In Colorado, the list total credits are not required. In Maine, although 127 hours are required, but the good news is people could get provisional approval. So you can just meet the requirements within 120 days following the test result. In New York State's total credits are not required, and 120 seminal hours are required. In Illinois, this part is required, and they have different other requirements for different degree. Unfortunately, it's not provisional approval. In Washington, it also provides provisional approval, and the days are even longer. That's 210 days. In Oregon, it's just general education requirements. So as we know, after you pass over the exam, you go into the license application process. So our group member Ping will introduce it.
Hi, I'm going to talk about license requirement. And most of you will find the information about license, about which state's exam is easier to sit for. But you need to pay attention to the license requirement, because some states may be easy to sit for exam, but they might difficult to get license. And we simply define the label of the license requirement. And for easier license requirement, take California for example. The work hours is not too much, and the job content is not so hard to meet. And you can work in both private industry and public industry. And the other example is Colorado. You must take an additional test on ethics, but it's not a big problem. And you need to fulfill the state's experience requirement. But you have 2 options. First one is education. You need to take some courses they want you to take. And if you don't meet the education option, you can complete 1 year of supervised work experience. and you can work in public accounting firm, private industry, government, and academia. And next is the difficult license requirement. The first is work experience is harder to fulfill, like Arizona, which has so much must involve experience. And in Maine, which need 2 years of full-time public accounting experience. And the other difficulty is related to application process. For example, the Oregon, it needs to write essay for proving by the reference and what you have done in the accounting. And I know everyone don't like to write an essay. Yeah. So, and next part, Dong and Ewan will introduce you the Excel usage.
By the way, before I start my presentation, I don't make a correction for CPA license requirement for California state. There are 2 different types of the CPA license. One is general, she explained, and then the other one requires audit experience. So just let me know that there are 2 different types of CPA license in California. Before I start my presentation, I guess this is too small. But by the way, I want to show you about the SAP T-code. Actually, these are what I'm using in Samsung. And as you can see, some of them are start with F T-code, and some of them are start with G, as in zebra. And the T-code start with G is Samsung customized T-code. So if you go to another company, then you cannot see those kind of T-codes. The T-codes the function might be similar, but just let you know that start with G is the company customized T-code. But start with the F, wherever you work with SAP, the functions are usually the same. So just let you know that. And I just want to share one experience regarding SAP. When I had an interview with my manager, I asked her about the SAP, the usage of SAP, and she said, "Don't worry, because using the SAP is really easy. We will train you." And actually, she was right, 100%. Using the SAP is really easy, so you don't need to worry about it. So just when you have an interview with somebody, just tell them, "I have experience with through my school project." They're good enough because it's easy to use. And let me start my presentation regarding Excel. VLOOKUP and pivot table. These are 2 most powerful functions you should know if you're working in accounting and finance teams. And as you can see, for example, there's 2 spreadsheets, right? The first one has employee number, name, but there is no supervisor information. But the other spreadsheet has employee number and supervisor information, right? And if there are only 6 employees, it's really easy to just manually find and add the information. But what if there are 7,000? Then how can you find and match all the information if your boss asks you to do it? If you use the VLOOKUP function, you can finish it in less than 1 minute. So, by the way, just make sure that our presentation is not to teach how to use this function, but to show and to emphasize the functions, the importance of the functions, because it's impossible within 2 minutes teaching you how to do it. So, by the detailed situation, your boss asked you to create a report regarding November corporate card expenses. He wants to see a division and a total amount for each cost center. Cost center simply means that department number and a total amount of each division in the report. There are 4 files to prepare the report. Okay. So there is first exercise. If you download this raw data from SAP, it just looks like this. It's not report but data. And then there are all unnecessary information, but it has before kicking the company code, approval date, and credit card number, inputting. But you both asked you both didn't ask these are unnecessary information. Anyway, this is raw data. And then if you download another file from SAP, here, another raw data has employee ID and call center information. And third, raw data you download from SAP. SAP is just such a huge database, right? And then it has some division information, description, and call center. And fourth one, the last one, has call center and division head information. I deleted I changed their name because of security reasons. Yeah. Then, how can you gather all the information from different spreadsheets into one file? Since there are more than 7,000 line items, it will take forever if you manually match all the information. And VLOOKUP allows you to solve the problem. So, as you can see, this was in the first spreadsheet. You deleted all the unnecessary information, and then by using this VLOOKUP function, this is actually easy if you practice it. By using this function, you can add cost center information from second spreadsheet, and then you can add division head and cost center descriptions from third spreadsheet, and then from fourth spreadsheet you can just add it, the copy and paste. You can just and Excel will match all the data for you. And here is our finalized data from fourth spreadsheet. Data is prepared and organized by VLOOKUP function, and you can see all the information you both asked. So here's division, department name, cost center, employee number, employee name, and division head, and the expense amount. And then but this is not the end. You both need to have a report. And pivot table, even is going to make a presentation. The pivot table is for creating a report from the data you organize with these two functions. And just let you know that I brought my company laptop. So after the class, if you want to know how to do it, then please let me know. I can teach you. Okay, thank you.
So now let's have a look at the pivot table. So after we use a VLOOKUP to prepare data, then we can use pivot table to make a report for our boss. So pivot table summarize data and also allow you to examine it from many different points. And first we can add some required fields here to the row labels here. So let's have a look. We just drag the first division to the row labels, and next we just drag the division head here to the row labels. So you can see here just got the division head. And next we just drag the cost center here to the row labels. And here also show this. And the next we drag the cost center descriptions to the row labels. And so here show all the data we need to report. And then we just list all the things, but we need value to make them meaningful. So we just drag the employee ID to the value part because we want to know the number of employees. And then we just drag the sales amount to the values because we want to know the sum of the sales amount. And then we can, as you can see here, got all the information and all the numbers, data here. So all the things is ready. Then we can use just delete some meaningless pivot table field here to make it as a very perfect report here. So all the information, division head, cost
center. Cost description, we just add, and all the number of employees, all the sums of the sales amount, just show here. And then it's policy. So it's very easy to use the pivot table. When we think it's like some Excel, SAP function, it's very difficult. It seems that's very difficult to acquire this skill, but actually it's a very simple and easy function to learn. So that's our part of purpose to show you how to use it and how to give you a brief idea that it's not a difficult skill to learn. So thank you for your attention, and so that's all our presentation, and we want to